Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Morrowind Book Club. Today we're going to be reading The Anticipations. It's a book we found while we were looking for some masks for the Thieves Guild and blah, blah, blah. Not important why we're here. The important part is that we are here to read it. I have no idea what it is, but let's get started. The Daedra are powerful ancestor spirits, similar in form and substance to the Tribunal. Blessed be their holy names. But weaker in power, and more arbitrary and removed from the affairs of mortals. Interesting. Now, the Daedra are generally seen as pretty powerful. Now, the Tribunal, being Almalexia, Vivek, and Sothasil, I believe, was the last one. Yes. Now, they're seen as more powerful in this book than the Daedra. Now, this makes me wonder: is this like a propaganda type thing? Is this maybe not propaganda, but is this biased in some way? Is this basically is the book basically saying, you know, they're more powerful, but that they're not actually more powerful? Is it because of the author? I don't know. Let's continue here. In old times, the Chimer worshipped the Daedra as gods, but they did not deserve this veneration, for the Daedra harm their worshippers as often as help them. Okay, yeah. The advent of the Tribunal, blessed be their holy names, changed this unhappy state. By the apotheosis? There we go. The Tribunal, blessed be their holy names. Oh, I love it every time it says Tribunal. Anyways, they became the protectors and high ancestor spirits of the Dunmer, and bade the Daedra to give proper veneration and obedience. The three good Daedra, Boethia, Azura, and Mephala, recognized the divinity of the triune ancestors, blessed be their holy names. Okay, so I want to make note of this. At least according to this book, these Daedra are considered to be good, or maybe at least gooder, better, sorry, than the others. So Boethia, Azura, and Mephala. The rebel Daedra, Molag Bal, who we actually met just the other day, Malakath, Sheogorath, and Mehrunes Dagon refused to swear fealty to the Tribunal. Blessed be their holy names. And their worshippers were cast out. These rebel Daedra thus became the four corners of the House of Troubles, and they continue to plague our tranquility and tempt the unwary into heresy and dark worship. The priests of the temple remain ever vigilant for signs of the adversary's return, sometimes aided by the loyal three good Daedra, who are familiar with the wiles of their rebellious kin. The good Daedra are known to the temple as the Anticipations. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was reading that. I've said that word several times now. I just want to make sure it's the name of the book. I hope I pronounced it right. Yes, okay. As the Anticipations, since they are the early ancestral anticipations of the loving patronage of the Tribunal. The Anticipations are the Daedra lords Boethia, Mephala, and Azura, as we've covered already. Boethia is the anticipation of Almalexia, but male to her female. Boethia was the ancestor who illuminated the elves ages ago, before the mythic era. He told them the truth of Lorcan's test and defeated Oriel's champion, Trinimac. Boethia ate Trinimac and voided him. The followers of Boethia and Trinimac rubbed the soil of Trinimac upon themselves and changed their skins. Okay, interesting. Mephala is the anticipation of Vivek, but manifold and androgynous. Interesting. See, okay, well, I'll continue. No, actually, let's stop here. But manifold and androgynous. So, I'm not sure what they mean by that, because generally, from my understanding, the Daedra are all considered male. But in this case here, Mephala is referred to androgynous. Are they saying in comparison to Vivek? Because in this case here, Almalexia is a woman, so Vivek being male, are they just saying that there's no difference? That seems less likely to me than saying that Mephala doesn't actually have a defined gender or sex, whichever would be appropriate, whichever word would be appropriate to use in this case. It's difficult when you're speaking of gods, right? It's like, anyways, Mephala taught the Chimer to evade their enemies or kill them with secret murder. Secret murder. The way that's put, it's like it's secret murder. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's amusing to me because murder is hilarious. But it's because it's secret. Secret. Anything secret is funny. It's like secret ice cream. Anyways, okay. The Chimer were few in those days and threatened on all sides. Mephala taught the Chimer to build houses. Later, Mephala created the Morag Tong. Oh, interesting. So that would be interesting. That's interesting that, it's a good Daedra, but you still have a little bit of that I guess the ties, you have the secret murder and it creates the Morag Tong. I can see the connection, the through line. That's okay, that's interesting. Azura is the anticipation of Sothasil, but female to his male. See, now it refers to Azura as female, but once again we come back to the first page, and is this the author's own opinion coming through just based off of her appearance? See, that's the interesting thing. Or maybe I've been wrong all this time, and not all the Daedra are male, and I don't even know where I got that information from. Anyways, Azura was the ancestor who taught the Chimer how to be different from the Altmer. Her teachings are sometimes attributed to Boethia. In the stories, Azura is often encountered more as a communal progenitor of the race as a whole rather than as an individual ancestor. She is associated with dusk and dawn and is sometimes called the Mother Soul. Azura's star, also called the Twilight Star, appears briefly at dawn and low dusk on the horizon below the constellation of the Steed. Azura is associated with mystery and magic, fate and prophecy. All right, well that does it for the Anticipations. That was actually a very interesting book, and I had to make a note about the Azura's star, also known as the Twilight Star, appears briefly at dawn and dusk low on the horizon below the constellation of the Steed. So I made a note. Next time, we're getting close to the dawn or dusk. I want to, next time it's nighttime, I want to locate roughly where the constellation of the Steed is located. And I want to see if we can see this star, because so far the detail in the game has been great. I think in one of the first episodes we did a book that actually looked at the different signs in Morrowind, and we were actually able to find those constellations in the sky, which is really cool. So I'm really hoping that this whole deal of finding Azura's star will be possible during our normal playthrough. So that's something I'm actually excited to go look for. But anyways, that has been the Anticipations. Now I will get back to my regular adventuring. Yeah, until next time, game on.